Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it today. So we're gonna be discussing Lil Wayne today. Lil Wayne broke down with the Echo and a whole lot of other interviews about who saved his life miraculously. His life was saved over the years, and Lil Wayne has opened up more about the nightmares to be trapped in your own head. Is some of the most worst situations. Some of us who haven't been through it cannot relate. Now, Wayne has been opening up for over the amounts of years of what he went through. Now, before we get started, let's start this show the right way. Now let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do, check out this song right quick by Kid Outlaw titled Mission.
2020 shit.
Hey, yeah, turn that shit the fuck up.
When I'm on a solar mission, sneak this in, you gon' end up with the fishes. Catch a slipping like a bad transmission. When my soul's full, I ain't shooting from a distance. Keep a distance when I'm on a solar mission. Keep a distance when I'm on a solar mission. On a solar mission, fuck the competition. Fire with extensions, see the deposition. You the opposition, definition of a fuck nigga switching up like a hoe. Burn candles and flip them, kill a day.
Man, do me a favor and check for the links in the description box and go check out Kid Outlaw. You know what I'm saying? Representing Florida real good. One of the up and rising coming rappers out of Florida. Salute, gang. Now, let's talk about it. Lil Wayne been through a whole lot of up and down and spiral situations. Now, the rapper had an upcoming situation that kind of went left when he was at the young age of 12 years old. Now, some of those things Lil Wayne opened up about the cop who saved his life named Uncle Bob. Now, Lil Wayne went through a whole lot. He talked about how the shot almost got rid of his own self and how he really aimed it for his heart and the blood that came through the experience and what he went through. Now, I'm about to let Lil Wayne utter out his own words to describe those situations he went through, the nightmares we call it, the nightmares that actually never stopped once and for all as Lil Wayne tried to make and do his change.
In the mall.
Framing what I'm about to ask you about. You grew up in what's called the Holly Grove neighborhood of New Orleans, which was patrolled by cops that you used to refer to as jump out boys because they had their doors cracked, ready to jump out and sometimes jump on black people for no apparent reason.
Well, they ain't have no other people around.
You got it. But you told last Friday a story on your new radio show, which is tremendous, but you told a story about one white cop who wasn't the usual bad white cop. One white cop who became a lifesaver for you. So take it away and tell us the story if you would, please.
Bob, when I was 12 years old, I had an incident. I shot myself. I was in the house alone. When the police came to the door, I was able to slide all the way to the door, kick the door so they can hear that someone is actually, they stopped. So I said, I gotta get to this door. I kicked the door. They was like, someone's in there. They knocked the door off the hinges. I was right there on the floor. They all just jumped right over me. That's their job, I guess. The one guy came, he's like, do nobody see this child? Do nobody see this baby on the floor with this hole in his chest? And it was like, yes, but I found the gun. I found it. He was like, I don't care what you found, somebody. And so when that happened. Now, what I want people to know.
Now, Wayne over the years been telling this story for a while now. Wayne's been going through it. He's been letting us know it's been a nightmare. None of it has been smooth transition, but it's made him the man who he is. The way he speaks about Uncle Bob, the situations and the way he levels up and he opens up about Uncle Bob's situation. First of all, I also want to say happy birthday to Lil Wayne. Mr. Carter himself, the Wayne Carter that is. You know, Tucci's birthday is coming up, and it actually is today. 23 minutes ago, I wanted to just say happy birthday, stop the movement, and for y'all to give him his flowers while he here now. Now, let's continue back to the show. Now, Wayne himself has been letting us know about the situation.
Okay, so this guy, his name is Uncle Bob, and Lil Wayne talks so highly of this person. When he's 12 years old, it's a crazy story. If you have not read the full story about Lil Wayne back in the day, when he was 12 years old, he actually tried to commit suicide. And so this was one of the cops that showed up on the scene, and he was the only one that stepped in to save his life. All the other cops were worried about, drugs in the house or anything like that. So this guy saved his life when he was 12 years old, and he stayed in touch with him. And he's even offered to pay for everything. He's like, listen, I want to help you financially. I want to do whatever I need to do to help you, Uncle Bob, because you saved my life when he was 12. He stayed in contact with him. And he even offered him a job joining his team in like an administrative capacity, but he is all about this Uncle Bob.
As I think he should be. I mean, he's 12 years old, and who knows what was going on in his life during that time. And I'd be curious to know if Uncle Bob...
Now, Wayne, over the years, would go on a cruise control mode, and he seemed to not forget his roots and who saved him, who helped build a foundation around him. Now, these some of the things we haven't seen in a while. When a rapper gives praise to the ones who looked out for him. Now, Wayne over the years would go on to never forget. And what I mean by forget is you have situations where rappers go through these experiences, they're afraid to open up, afraid to share it, but not Wayne. He seems to be in a tormented place where the only thing that can help him smooth out what he's going through is to remember the ones who saved his life. So now he goes to a deeper rooted conversation, and that deeper rooted conversation is, how can I explain more as far as how my life was transitioned, how my life was changed forevermore? Let's go to his interview with Aiko.
Mental health can play itself out, as you know better than I, as physical pain. It can play itself out as body aches. The world hasn't properly responded to mental health. So what was the moment that you realized, oh no, this is a mental health issue?
Once my thoughts got radical and got, to where you got to stop yourself and stop impulsing and say, what did you just think again? Or even if you cried yourself to sleep with that thought on your mind and wake up the next day and be like, I cannot believe I was thinking like that.
Thoughts like what?
That's why I stayed out the rest of the whole day, just like it was a full day. She found out. And so when I got home, on that thing, it was that Friday, whatever, got home, got a phone, taking off, hung up the phone, One More Chance was on, and I think they was already gone or something, so I was just looking, and like, you know what, start thinking again, I had to get myself mad and notice that I didn't have to. That's what scared me. How I know I had mental health problems was I pulled the trigger.
You actually pulled the trigger?
Yeah, I pulled the trigger.
Where'd you shoot?
In my chest. Didn't feel a thing from my heart, and didn't feel a thing though. So I wasn't going through any pain. It was a shock. I woke up to the police knocking, and that's what woke me up. Mind you, the walls, the ceiling, school shirt, so therefore it was cotton and we had wood floors. So I'm saying, they picked it up. They saw me, they as in the cops, they saw me just jump clean over me and went through the house talking about, I found the drugs, I found the gun, I found it. So I'm doing all that. And so it took a guy named Uncle Bob. And he ran up there. When he got to the top of the steps and saw me there, he refused to even step over me. One of them yelled like, I got the drugs. And that's when he went crazy. He was like, I don't give a fuck about no drugs. He's like, do you not see the baby on the ground? And funny that I was spitting all in his face, blood, everything. All I was trying to tell him, I'm not a baby. Your car now. Pick me up, bought me, and just kept telling me some shit like, you're not gonna die on me, you're not gonna die on me the whole time. The whole time, I am trying to tell him I'm not a baby. That's why I told him for 30 minutes straight. And so he got me to the hospital. He bought me that. He never even checked it. He just left me, made sure I was good. I met him years later. But he was like, oh, no, I just wanted to say, I'm happy to see that I saved a life that mattered.
What would you say kept you alive that day, in that moment?
God. Plain and simple.
Break this down for me, because I've never and I couldn't walk a step, let alone a mile in your shoes. Why did you feel the need to be so extreme for those that are battling mental?
Now, Lil Wayne, the torment situation he's been through can only open up in a deeper rooted place. These are letting you know what these artists go through. It's a whole lot. It's embodied. It basically embodies the man he is, what he overcame over the years, and what he went through. Rap superstar, rap entrepreneur, rap artist, not even a rapper. There's no genre to name or artist who can cleverly open up and describe what he goes through with everybody over the years, in and out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your God Bless One. Thank you for watching another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know my north and my east, you feel me? I got my north and my
deposition, you the opposition definition of a fuck nigga switching up like a hoe. Burn candles and flip them, kill a day. Gotta go run a show like Death Row. Zoes hopping out bushes in the trenches. Competition, I don't see them in my own lane. Block a fuck nigga in if he wants static. Shots through your fabric, G Nike say that